They destroyed our world. Earth responded with no mercy. When Earth fell in fire and ash, humanity's survivors forged a fleet and carried vengeance to the stars. They destroyed Earth in fire and silence, leaving nothing but ash and scattered survivors. From Titan's frozen moon, Admiral Kalen Dre forged the Iron Fleet, a desperate armada of broken warships and wounded souls. Against the hyper-advanced Zereth Dominion, humanity should have had no chance. Yet where machines think in probabilities, humans thrive in chaos. Through sacrifice, ingenuity, and unrelenting fury, the Iron Fleet struck back, carrying vengeance to the stars. This is the story of humanity's no-mercy response, the battle that proved our species is more than fragile flesh. We endure. We fight, and when pushed to the brink, humanity answers with fire. Before we dive in, I want you to remember, Earth may be gone, but the fire of humanity burns brighter than ever. Drop a simple HFY in the comments to show you're standing with us. Now, let's begin the story of how humanity answered annihilation with vengeance. The sky over Earth burned. Admiral Kalen Dre watched from orbit as firestorms devoured the oceans, vaporizing continents in white-hot bursts of plasma. Entire cities flashed to nothing as the alien fleet unleashed its barrage. Billions died in minutes. Earth's defenses crumbled. Humanity's cradle became a grave. Dre's fists shook on the command chair of the battleship Nemesis. He'd begged the Council to strike first, begged them to fortify the orbital rings. They hadn't listened. And now, in the blinding storm of destruction below, he swore an oath that would carry the remnants of humanity into the black. They destroyed our world, he whispered. We will answer. The alien enemy, the Zereth Dominion, had swept into Sol with cold efficiency. Their vessels were needle-like constructs of obsidian alloy, moving with mathematical precision, linked by quantum relays that made their fleet one mind, one machine. They judged Earth unworthy of survival, but they had not destroyed everyone. The emergency evacuation fleet, warships, freighters, colony vessels, anything that could burn drive plasma, jumped for the outer colonies. A fraction of humanity remained alive, carrying scars deep in their marrow. Dre took command of what was left. 80 warships, patched and fueled by scavenged parts, each crewed by the desperate and the vengeful. He called them the Iron Fleet. Act 1. Ashes of Earth. 3 months later, the Iron Fleet regrouped at Titan. Saturn's largest moon became their fortress. Under methane skies, engineers labored in cavernous hangars, retrofitting weapons stripped from orbital debris. Children too young to fight built munitions. Widows carried ammunition to launch bays. Every soul became a soldier. Dre's flagship, Nemesis, bore the scars of Earth's fall, hull gashes sealed with composite patchwork, engines held together by prayer and improvisation. But its rail batteries had been rebuilt into monsters capable of hurling tungsten slugs at near light speed. Commander Sarah Holt, Dre's second, confronted him in the strategy chamber. "You're not giving them a chance to grieve," she said, her voice hard. "They'll have eternity to grieve," Dre replied. "Right now they have a war to win." Sarah slammed a fist against the holotable. "You'll burn them out before the battle even begins." Dre looked at her, eyes hollow. "They destroyed our home. If we hesitate, if we falter, every colony, every outpost, every fragment of humanity will burn. We don't have the luxury of mercy." The room was silent, but for the hum of the tactical display. And though Sarah hated him for it, she knew he was right. Act 2. The counterstrike. The first offensive came at Delta Vega, a mining colony enslaved by the Shirith. The aliens had seeded their machines across the asteroid belt, stripping ore and laboring survivors alike. The Iron Fleet jumped in from dark space, silent until the last second. "Targets acquired," Specialist Rylan Vance muttered, hands flying over analog controls. Unlike the Dominion, humanity had no centralized AI. They ran on chaos, diverse ships, half-broken systems, and commanders making split-second, gut-driven choices. The Dominion could not predict it. "Fire!" Dre ordered. Nemesis's main railguns roared, launching slugs that ripped through Zirith vessels. Plasma fire returned, lancing into the fleet. Human ships burned, but they fought on, weaving in unpredictable arcs, laying minefields of debris that threw off the Dominion's predictive models. On the colony surface, drop teams in exosuits stormed machine factories. Sergeant Mira Cade led the breach, plasma cutter blazing. Her squad fell one by one, but she reached the core relay and detonated charges that silenced the Dominion's command node. For the first time, Dominion units faltered, and humanity seized victory. Delta Vega was liberated. Slaves were freed. The first strike had worked. Humanity's vengeance had begun. Midpoint reversal. The ambush at Luthian word of humanity's counterattack spread. Colonies whispered of hope. But the Dominion was not passive. At Luthian Prime, the Iron Fleet fell into a trap. Dominion reinforcements arrived in numbers 5 times greater than expected. The black sky lit with plasma lances as the alien ships converged. "Admiral, we're surrounded!" Sarah shouted. Dre's jaw tightened. Then we cut through. But their tactics, unpredictability, chaos, no longer worked. The Dominion had adapted, fractalizing their predictive matrices, countering randomness with layered probability waves. Humanity's strength had become anticipated. Ships died by the dozen. Nemesis itself shuddered under direct hits. Fire tearing through decks. "We can't win this," Sarah said, blood streaking her face from a burst conduit. "No," Dre whispered, heart breaking as he gave the order. "All ships, retreat. Scatter and survive." Half the Iron Fleet was annihilated. Survivors limped back to Titan. Hope faltered. Humanity bled. Act 3. No mercy, Titan's caverns became a tomb of silence. Survivors whispered of surrender, of hiding in dark space until the Dominion forgot them. But Dre refused. "They won't forget us," he said to the assembled commanders. "They'll hunt us until the last ember of humanity is cold. We either strike now or die cowering." "But they've adapted," Sarah argued. "Our unpredictability no longer works." "Then we change the rules," Dre said. Specialist Vance proposed the unthinkable. Unleash chaos beyond Dominion calculation. Analog unpredictability wasn't enough, but human emotion, rage, grief, defiance, was something no algorithm could map. Dre forged a plan. They would strike the Dominion's central command node at Arendor Prime, a fortress world bristling with weapons. Suicide, unless they turned every ship, every soul, into part of the weapon. The Iron Fleet jumped. The final battle was apocalyptic. Dominion warships swarmed like a black tide. Humanity answered with fury. Kamikaze freighters turned into kinetic torpedoes, civilian vessels jury-rigged with rail batteries. Every ship fought. Every soul fought. Nemesis plunged into the heart of the Dominion fleet. Dre ordered full burn, ignoring the screams of metal and men as the ship tore itself apart. At the edge of the fortress world, they deployed the weapon, the resonance shatter, a device built not on predictable logic, but on chaotic human emotion imprinted into analog waveforms. Engineers had poured their grief and rage into its creation. The Dominion tried to predict it. They failed. The shatter detonated, sending a pulse that desynchronized the entire Dominion network. Their perfect unity collapsed into discordant fragments. Alien ships turned on each other, blind and screaming. Nemesis rammed the planetary shield and tore through. Dre gave the final order, all guns fire. No mercy, and Earth's vengeance fell upon Arendor Prime. Epilogue. When the fires faded, the Dominion was broken. Its fleet fractured, its control shattered. Humanity had paid a terrible price. 2/3 of the Iron Fleet lost, Titan's reserves exhausted. Entire bloodlines ended, but the survivors looked upon the stars with defiance. Sarah Holt stood on the shattered deck of Nemesis, now little more than drifting wreckage. Dre was gone, lost in the fire, but his oath remained carved into every survivor's heart. "They destroyed our world," she whispered, tears in her eyes. And we answered. The Dominion was not gone, but it was wounded. And humanity had proven that even in ashes, even when broken, they could strike with fury no machine could calculate. The war was not over. But Earth had spoken. and the galaxy would never forget. Humanity's strength has been tested, and though our world was destroyed, our spirit endures. If you felt the fire of this battle, hit like and drop Humanity FK yeah in the comments to show the galaxy what we're made of. Don't forget to follow so you never miss the next HFY story. Until next time, remember one truth: we endure.